So, welcome back to another episode of Be Like That. Hobo couldn't be with us today, so you're stuck with Ryan and Samson. So, what are we getting into today?
I don't know. We never really discussed that beforehand, did we?
We're just playing it fast and loose over here. All gas, no brakes.
I mean, you're getting a new car, ain't you?
Yeah, a couple days. We got it picked out. We gotta get all the financials lined up and get that sorted out. Uh,
I'm really bad at this.
got it.
Yeah, never been much of a talker, but we'll work through it.
We just gotta figure out what we want to talk about.
Yeah, we probably should have discussed that out beforehand just a little.
I mean, we've got some editing things coming in the pipe
Yeah.
that we'll be working on. We got some sound equipment. We're working on better setups for that. Uh, trying to do all this on a budget though.
Obviously, yeah.
Well, I think everything we're using so far has been found or stuff that we already just had. So like we've not put any money into this, and like I like that so far.
I mean, we did a little bit because we bought that. You bought that USB thing.
I mean, I needed that
Anyway,
anyways.
yeah, because your old laptop kind of went kaput.
So there's that. I think it'd be really cool though, because a lot of people talk about just like not having like big fancy cameras or something like that, and then everybody's like rebuttal is always you don't need big fancy stuff. So we're like, we'll do it without big fancy stuff then, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like all the big fancy stuff because in my eyes, it kind of takes away from the authenticity of it.
There's something about production value, but
Yeah,
like a once the production value gets so high, it's less like you're hanging out with the guys, and it's more like you're watching like a show.
yeah, and it also becomes less of just like you said, hanging out with guys, and also becomes more of a job.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so
because
it's
you
feeling scripted.
it feels scripted, and you're sitting there trying to plan everything ahead instead of just doing it the way we are right now, just kind of rolling off the tongue.
Right, we ain't got script.
No, I do miss my little doodling pad though.
Right.
I'm kind of a fidgeter.
I don't know what happened to that.
I don't either. I know what happened to the pen.
You broke the pen.
Broke the pen to chew on it,
Right.
as I always do. Horrible for that.
Yeah. Editing. I noticed we don't take gaps in our talks.
No, we don't. We sure don't.
There was some where I give up and I just split screened it because we were, especially when we had all three of us in here, and it was like getting it to bounce from you talking to me talking to him talking. I was like, this is too much. We're saying a lot of words in 10 seconds. I was like, we bounced back and forth 6 times. I was like, I'm just split screen this.
It makes it harder for the editing, and also like in my opinion, I don't think it would look good because you're constantly flipping back and forth, and it's
If we could ever get, I've not found an editing software for free that where you can have like AI just automatically cut from
first
to
off,
have whoever's
no way
right.
not doing that shit.
I can't figure it out.
I mean that's part of the learning curve, right? Because the more you do it, the more you're going to figure out. If you just plop in an AI to do it, you're never going to learn it.
It takes. I mean, just for so we recorded the sound separately from both camera angles. Were separate, so getting all three of those lined up and to keep them lined up is it's not hard, but it's tedious.
Right.
So like the AIs, you can go in there and just be like, hey, just line everything up, and it's not hard work. It's not really doing anything. It's just taking out like 2 hours out of what you're sitting there making sure everything's lined up. It'll just
So you're talking about doing the majority of it and just having AI doing like
the tedious, time consuming things that it can knock out in a second or two, and
Yeah.
then I can spend more time focusing on editing, getting some good effects in. Uh, I like. I was always a big fan of like the transitions and like effects and stuff like that.
It can be, but just Don't ever go overboard because then it just kind of looks. I mean, if you're going for just the hillbilly look of us,
Yeah.
throwing in a bunch of shit, I mean, that kind of fit.
If I was gonna go overboard, I would probably just start doing skits or something on the side.
Yeah.
Just like start like a B channel where I can just play around with different stuff and like not even really care if it does good, just to play around with the editing. Uh, no, I did. I think it was episode 4 or something. I used a big word and then made that big word joke. So
Yeah, I forgot what word it was.
in the edit, I got it when I said big word, and then it flashes big word across the screen.
Yeah, stuff like that I do like too
Yeah,
because
those stuff I didn't have the time to nail it down. That's all I got. But they had some where I could have it like small and it would come bigger
yeah.
and stuff. I just didn't get time to play around with it and really sort that out. Yeah, I'm hoping that the editing should get better with time.
It definitely will because like I said earlier, like you're still we all are very new because what it took us. What time is it now?
Late.
Yeah, it took us an hour or so to actually set up our 2 little cameras and 2 mics.
Been a minute just getting all the gear set up.
Especially our main mic. Like every time we plug that in, it is just a hassle trying to get it to actually pick up on the computer.
Right. Yeah, tracking down all the stuff is once because we're borrowing the space, so we kind of gotta do a complete teardown and set back up. Uh, I've got a few lines out. I'm gonna see if I can snag anything, but I'm trying to get us a camper that we can make our studio in, and then we can leave everything set up and ready to go.
That would
Between
be
shoots.
much better. Yeah, because right now we're currently before every shoot, it's setting everything up, making sure everything's right. We also change locations a little bit.
I noticed there's no table. The floor is falling in over there, so we're gonna try over here for a minute and see if everybody can not twist their ankles.
Yeah, a little bit of a safety hazard, but I mean, it just adds a little fun.
Right. I mean, going with the not spending money on this too. I'm trying to get a camper, but I've got some parts cars out here, so I'm gonna try to sell some stuff and do a little trading around and stuff. I'm gonna try to end up with one, and I mean, if we don't use it for this, I can use it with the family, going camping, whatever. Uh, I'm trying not to buy anything specifically for this. At, like until
Until it actually picks up.
yeah,
Off
if
of
this
its feet.
if this picks up and it works out and we can start making some money from this, I want to reinvest that money into this. But in the meantime, I really just want to get a camper. I think it'd be kind of entertaining too for them to see us.
Slowly upgrade.
Yeah, the background's going to be changing and stuff. Because I mean, when we go from here, if we get our own camper, that'd be a big change. And then there'll be some episodes where we're on lawn chairs in here because we took all the furniture out to fix. I mean, I'm assuming probably can get one with a leaky roof and soft spots in the floor. So I mean, everything's gonna have to come out and get redone.
Which I mean, we would want to do that anyway because we don't need a kitchen sink or anything like that.
Right.
Rip all that out, give us an area for me to like kind of work behind the scenes and stuff, and still have you all the main area.
I get you a tech booth. I don't know if y'all noticed the quality's gotten a little bit better recently. We've took on a nerd in the crew so we can get some of this technology stuff figured out. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun though, cause like everything will just be changing a little bit at a time, and it'd be cool to see where it ends up.
It would be. Another cool thing to do with that too is like if we get a proper good camper, eventually we could do like little trips around places. And who knows, maybe one day instead of recording inside, we can grab some lawn chairs, whatever, go riding around somewhere else, set up lawn chairs outside, have an outside shoot maybe one day.
Yeah, some destination stuff would be cool. Would love to have some guests on
Yeah.
every now and then, which I don't reckon there ain't really nobody lives around us, and I mean getting people to travel here. There's nothing really here for them to travel here for. So it would be like we would travel to them kind of thing. So getting something roadworthy would be cool because like we could just go and hang out. I've seen a lot of other shows. Problem they have all the time with certain guests and stuff is getting people to the location at the
Yeah.
same time. Everybody's got busy schedules and stuff like that. So I mean, if we had something roadworthy, we could head out and just whenever you got a gap in your schedule or something, we can just show up, knock it out.
That's another thing I was going to pull up because we're me and Hobo both are truck drivers. You're also a truck driver. For some reason, one of us can't make it because we're stuck out on the road. Well, just hook up, go to wherever they are.
Yeah, yeah. That some guests. We floated around a cool idea to just go to some place like something maybe something somebody's not super popular that people's not really heard of a whole lot or what have you, and just get some random people. Because like, I mean, we've heard, I mean, all the pretty much anyone of like any significant notoriety, they've been on 15 different podcasts. You've like if you follow their stuff, you've heard their story 7 times.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, I've run into a lot of people with like they got some cool stories, and they're just roaming around Walmart and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I would kind of lean to. Like, I don't know if we'll ever become that big to have like popular people,
Right.
but especially around here, just especially the older folk, man. Older folks got some wild stories, and just bring them on for a little storyteller or something.
Yeah, some English.
Yeah, it's hard, ain't it?
Right. I'll put one of the little loading things
Yeah.
on me. Yeah, get some veterans or something with some
Yeah.
cool stories. I want to get some of the older generation. I I'd like to have some recordings. Get like gardening stuff. It's like ain't none of them. They don't have to look at the almanac. Anything, man. They can tell by how their knee feels when it's time to plant.
That stuff is wild, especially around here. Like, it's just because where they've done it for so long, they know.
We're fixing to get a greenhouse up and running. I mean, I'm trying to figure out. I'm not much of a reader, and I'm just finding anything semi-reliable that I don't have to read. Because, like, I mean, I read like 2 sentences, and then I'm just lost in it. I'm more when I read, I'm more worried about getting the words right than the information. But yeah, just getting something where they can be like, plant these type of plants this type of time of year, stuff like that.
Yeah.
What grows good together. It's like, medium-sized greenhouse. We're trying to get max efficiency out of it.
Yeah, because I remember you was talking about it earlier because you just set your duck pond up.
Yeah.
You're going to recycle that water and use it as fertilizer.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about hooking up some hydroponics, getting some pipe run, and you can plant your plants in it, and your plants are never actually in dirt because you got the fertilized water from the duck pond coming through it all the time. I don't know if that's a older generation type of thing. I don't know if that's something they could help with. I haven't heard about hydroponics until the last like recently, so that may be a fairly new thing, or maybe I'm just now getting.
Well, the only reason why I heard of hydroponics is the obvious reason.
Right.
Yeah. Don't know if that's okay to say, but I feel like that might be where it started. I mean, other than like you said, like maybe a little bit of regular automation of the water, like having timed sprinklers or whatever to make sure everything's watered and whatnot inside of the greenhouse. But nothing really truly hydroponic because I didn't hear about hydroponics until 2, 3 years out of high school.
Right. I didn't hear about hydroponics probably till the last year or two ago. Which I know it's been around a while because I heard about it on Homestead Rescue, but they've got that on Netflix now. And like growing up, I didn't have cable or nothing. I know that's an older show. I don't know if it's still running or not because I still don't have cable. But I mean, I was watching some of it Which I think they were talking about. I know one of the episodes I watched, the girl had COVID, so they were still.
That had to be recent then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were still running around 2020, 2021 time frame, so it's got to be at least that new.
I mean, if it's that new, if it ain't airing now, it's just from recent closure.
Right.
Because what COVID, the end of the COVID was 2023, 2024 area.
Man, I kind of like that one. I mean, there's some issues that they have, and I'm like, I could think of a solution or two, but then they have like different ideas, and I'm like, I don't know if I still would have solved the problem, but like that's another way to do it. Something I need to know. There's some of them though that would blow my mind because these people, they would like sell everything and just move off into the mountains, wanting to start a homestead.
I mean, that's kind of what I want to do too, to be honest with you. I just,
It would be cool. We grew up like that though. These are people that's never hunted. They've never been fishing. They've never had a garden. So like a lot of the problems that they have. I mean, just on like the introduction and like the first 3 minutes, I can tell by what's in the background. I'm like, these
you
are
ain't prepared for that.
well, no, I'm like, these are the problems that you have, and I've already found the items that you're going to use to fix these problems. But I'm like, y'all could have done a little bit of research before you sold everything that you had and moved out to the wilderness.
That that's definitely a big thing. But I also think a lot of that too is just for the TV, because the TV show is going to do a little bit of the research for them.
Could be, uh, yeah, a lot of it could be hyped up, just drama stuff to kind of make the show sell a little better.
Because if it's boring and you already know what you're doing when you're getting out there, and nobody's really going to want to watch that because everybody they want that drama. They got to have that attention.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of stuff like that is kind of a learning curve. I think I probably look at it like that because I kind of grew up, like, not really homesteading, but like,
Without most things people have.
right. I mean, we didn't have water out here until the early 2000s. Was carrying buckets from the creek for water. So like we have wells for water. That's common sense to people like us is to like have a well. You need a source of water.
Yeah.
I mean, we had gardens. I mean, we had gardens when I was a kid. My grandparents had gardens. Like, just, I mean, you're not trying to spend all your money at the grocery store when you can get it in
When
the
you can
backyard
Yeah,
for
growing it.
free.
Or you don't. Sometimes you don't even need a garden because a lot of the foods like your wild onion, your blackberries and stuff, especially around here, you can just take 3 steps off your front porch and go pick it.
Yeah, we've got out by the property line. We've got wild blackberry bushes.
Yeah, I saw that earlier when it was light outside.
Yeah, we're. I'll go out there with just a bowl of sugar. Just
Yeah.
roll them around in there. A lot of people don't put sugar on
I
it.
don't like sugar. I like sugar on. I liked a little bit of the bitterness to them.
Yeah, I'm wanting to plant fruit trees, get them started in the greenhouse, and once they get a little bit bigger,
Where they're actually not big get mowed over or something.
yeah, and then get them on the fence line. I'm wanting my whole property line just to be a food wall. I want like my apples and peaches and pears and stuff up high, and I have like blackberry bushes and whatnot down low.
If you're wanting that, especially like your apple trees and stuff, look into getting some bees.
That piece.
Why?
You can't control the population because we've looked into it because my wife wanted bees for a while and she usually gets what she wants.
Yeah.
But I looked at it and I was like, if we can get a little bee box and like keep, a little hive going and stuff, but they don't grow to their space and stop. They just keep reproducing. And once they get too many for that hive, you have to either get another box or they will break off and they will go start a new hive somewhere else.
Yeah, but
So then I mean, there's been shows of them. I mean, they get wherever they can get. So they'll get all up in your roof, in your walls. They'll get in your neighbors' houses and stuff. And I don't like being stung. I've been stung a lot. So anything with a stinger
Yeah.
on it, I just ain't about it. I was like, I know where I can get some honey at. I'll just I'll just go get the honey there.
And you really don't need bees around here because we got all kinds of different pollinators already flying around here. But like, the reason why I was suggesting bees is because, like you were saying, they don't grow to the box. People pay pretty good money to buy a pre-started hive where you collect, like if they make a new queen, getting ready to find a new home, grab that new queen, you mark it whenever it was born, and then you grab a bunch of bees, put in with it because the bees will naturally follow the new queen, which one they're leaving, and you can sell that.
It's,
It is
it's kind of too much.
it is a lot.
Also, I'm looking at not really that I'm a prepper. I would love to be a prepper, but I don't have the budget for that. But I mean, once like the internet goes out, and then I can't sell off half of a hive unless I just know somebody.
That
But
is
then,
very true.
I mean, if we're to the point that the internet ain't working, they probably have other problems they're trying to deal with besides getting half a hive.
Which I mean,
And then they're gonna take over everything.
but back onto the prepper thing you're saying, you don't really need a lot of money to prep, especially if you're talking about making your own like greenhouse and stuff, because it's next to nothing to preserve vegetables and produce.
Part of it, the greenhouse is getting started. Uh, mainly it's just food stuff. I've got the well. I'd like to get some solar panels soon.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I don't need to run everything. I would just like to have them, because then, I mean, if we lose power, I could still power the well, the pump for the well, and everything like that. But I mean, I've got so many spare parts for stuff. I mean, a lot of people call me a prepper, and I'm like, I wish, but I'm not there yet.
Almost on the verge of it, just on the verge.
Yeah, I'm trying a lot. Like they had that show Preppers on.
I hated that show because in my mind, if you're a prepper, because a lot of these people are talking about like they prep for like the end of the world, end of the times and stuff. They go onto the show, show their face, show where they live, show exactly what they got, and it's like, if you're preparing for the end of the world, why are you telling the world you have all of this stuff? Here, come take it.
Right. I think there was one where they had like three families and they'd load up in buses and went to a separate location. And so like they didn't show that. I didn't love the idea of going to a separate location.
I like the idea of having like a bug out location you can go to, but it needs to be somewhere close to you and somewhere where you can just grab, say, a hiking bag or your to go bag, and you can hike there.
Yeah, they had, I think it was like an hour or 2 hour drive.
That that in a oh shit situation, especially seeing three buses pull up, you're going to be the first target.
Right. I mean, clearly
You got something.
popping off and y'all are loading up in buses. I'm like, y'all have a plan. What's up?
Exactly. And that's just all kinds of unwanted attention. Like, just have a couple ATVs or dirt bikes ready to go. Hop up on them. Especially around here, it's real good around here for it because 5 minutes into the woods, you're off of radar.
Uh, I mean, I'm just trying to make it back home. I'm trying to have homes set up, which, I mean, some of them on there, I mean, I've seen some preppers on that show that had, like, they were living in an apartment or something. So their first obstacle was getting out of the city. So sometimes you don't really have those options.
Those situations I understand because if something goes down, last place I don't know most people. Last place I would want to be is in the city.
Right.
That's just too much disorganization, too much chaos, too many variable, too many people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to get everything here. When we get, we're hoping to get a new house in the next couple of years. I'm hoping to talk her into allowing me to get I want to take the walls out, like the interior walls, to where we can stack like canned food in the walls, put some hinges up, and have like some magnet doors,
Have hideaways.
like the old school cabinets. So you can push on the wall and it would release that magnet, and then we can have all of our canned food and stuff for more storage.
I like that.
Really, I mean, my thing is just stockpiling food. I think I've got everything else manageable. I wouldn't say I'm in a great position, but I mean, I have bills to pay. You know, baby steps, we're getting there, but my big focus is food.
I mean, that's always the big focus. Like your big three things are your shelter, your water, and your food. You're obviously gonna need stuff to defend yourself with, but where we live, that's never an issue.
Yeah, we can hunt, we can fish. I mean, I've got the chickens and ducks up there, so I mean, in a couple of years they'll be hatching off their own babies and stuff. We can start cycling them out. We shouldn't have to buy chicks anymore,
Yeah.
so we should get relatively self-sufficient there. We've got the well already. I mean, get me a handful of solar panels. Should I mean I should be able to manage here. Uh, I mean, which I mean at that point I wouldn't have to go to work anymore. So then it's all just. I mean, I could get some stuff thrown together pretty quick. I'm sure that's what everybody thinks, though.
Yeah, yeah. But there's also your training too.
Right.
You can rely on that. A lot of people, especially those prepper shows, they don't have none of that. A lot of them is just city folk who think they know what they're doing. Like kind of like how you was talking about how people would sell stuff and just go live out in the wilderness. Same thing for the preppers. Like they think they know what they can do out in the wilderness until they get out there. And if you're in no shit situation, you ain't gonna have internet.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to Google how to field strip a rabbit. Like a lot of people don't think about the little things.
And then practicing it. I mean, the the first time we got our first round of meat chickens up here, I had some buddies that grew up with chickens. It's like I grew up with all the other stuff, but uh, my grandparents were big into chickens, and so my dad had to take care of them growing up. So he never wanted chickens. He was didn't want to do it anymore.
Understandable.
Yeah, so I didn't grow up like really with chickens like that a lot. So when I got them, I got some of my buddies who did grow up with them to come over to help me process them for the first time. Because I mean, I mean, you cut them open, you get the meat out, but I mean, there's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that we can put on YouTube. I know
I wouldn't go into that because YouTube is kind of strict and like it seems like their rules is always changing too. What's okay 1 minute isn't now, and then what wasn't okay 5 minutes ago, well, that's perfectly fine now.
yeah, it's all so you can't really get too far into that, but I mean, there's a good amount of stuff. But sometimes it be like that.
I do.
Just gotta figure it out as you go.
Also, I like it that way. Like you said, I'm also not a big reader. When I sit down to read things, I'll get two sentences in. My eyes will keep following the road, but my brain is thinking about something else.
Yeah.
And
Probably all the stuff they put in the food when we were growing up.
yeah, talking about that, like all the steroids they put in the food now, that is
The GMOs and the 4D dyes, colors.
like I'll be real. I don't know which ones are bad, which ones are good. I would just you can't even buy your own fruit now because the fruit, like the seeds you buy now, are still GMOs.
Right.
Like even your basic corn that you have now is all GMO because that's not the original corn that used to be. Because corn back in the old days was yay big, little bit around.
I mean, that's still going to be better than some of the stuff that you can get.
Oh, especially a lot of it too is the parasites or not parasites. What is it? Pesticides
Yeah.
that they spray the shit with, and it's just they clean it, but how well is their cleaning process? I don't trust people.
I mean, that's all going to be some industrial. They're going to get truckloads of corn every day, and somebody's going to make $12 an hour to clean that.
Yeah, if I'm making $12 an hour, I'm going to be real with you. I might do a good job one day. Another day, I might be like, well, I stayed up partying all night. Fuck off.
I've worked in factories on 12-hour shifts before.
Oh, I've worked in factories on 12-hour shifts on okay wages. Like they weren't great, but they weren't bad at the same time. It's just
How much you're getting paid at 12-hour shifts 6 days a week.
maybe
You're not doing 100% your best. all the time.
No, hell no. Absolutely not. Anybody who says they are is lying.
I mean, running that hard and stuff, you're gonna show up, you're gonna do your best for that day, but
Your best that day might not be as good as tomorrow.
if you're, I've went to work sick. I've went to work throwing up in a garbage can to the side and still running the mold. Like,
Yep.
I didn't hit production that day, but I was doing my best.
I'm here. I'm sick. You're just gonna have to deal with what I get you.
Right. Right. So seems like a good spot to wrap it up. You've stuck around this long. Good job. Let us know if you're digging the farm talk or if you want us to go back to the truck and stuff. So probably pepper in a little bit of everything because we all can't keep focused on nothing. We're gonna be all over the place. But we'll catch you next time on Be Like That. I've been Ryan. You had Samson again today. And we'll see you next time.